By all measures, Giovanni Garrido Mendonça should be a logger. His father and great-grandfather all made their livings felling thick trees deep in the Brazilian Amazon. As a child, Mendonça often tagged along, proudly toting his father's chainsaw. But Mendonça isn't a logger. He's a tour guide. In 2008, the government turned hundreds of thousands of acres of rainforest surrounding the tiny community of Tumbira into a sustainable development reserve. To dissuade residents from razing the jungle, a non-profit helped the village open an eco-resort. As wide swaths of the Amazon are clear-cut or burned to clear land for cattle or agriculture, critically reducing the forest's ability to absorb carbon from the atmosphere, Mendonça takes visitors on camping trips along the lush banks of the Rio Negro. "I'm 24 years old," he said. "And I've never cut down a single tree." In the world's race to slow climate change, the success story in Tumbira represents the smallest of victories, demonstrating both what is possible and how far there is to go. Such efforts won't matter much unless a handful of countries, China, the United States, Japan, India and Brazil to name a few, take immediate action on a massive scale to dramatically slash their planet-warming carbon emissions. That daunting task takes center stage Sunday when delegates from more than 200 nations meet in Glasgow, Scotland, to commence the two-week United Nations Climate Summit known as 26 Colombian pesos. Failure to reach a course-changing agreement could usher in the environmental calamity scientists have been warning about for years. "We can either save our world or condemn humanity to a hellish future," UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said in a tweet to COP26 delegates. Unlike past conferences in Paris or Kyoto, Glasgow will take place when the effects of the crisis are being felt acutely. In the Middle East, groundwater sources are being quickly depleted, causing neighborhoods in the Iranian capital of Tehran to begin sinking. In Western Europe, more than 200 people died this summer after days of record rainfall triggered floods that swept away centuries-old villages. And in the Pacific Northwest, a summer heat wave obliterated records for temperatures in the region and killed dozens of people. Such extreme weather events are expected to become much more common if the temperature increase over pre-industrial times surpasses 2.7 degrees, a threshold that scientists predict will be reached by 2030 under current trajectories. More than 2 degrees of warming has already occurred. Holding the increase to 2.7 degrees would require curtailing global emissions by 55% over the next 9 years, more than 7 times the current pledges, according to the U.